The biggest mistake that contractors tend to make is doing the digital side of their business themselves. And there's one more thing that I'll get to here in a minute that they also do wrong. But when you think about it, a plumber or a roofer or any sort of hands-on home service trade business, even not home service, could be business services, is you got into that business most likely because you're good at that business, or you have experience in that field, or you enjoy that. And the thing that happens is then you realize you have to run a business, unless, of course, you're working for somebody. And the way that you get new customers in 2025, at least, and looking definitely into 2026 and further on and whatnot, is digital marketing. Essentially, as cliche as it is it's getting on people's screens with your business. It's cool to be in local directories or billboards or whatever, but those aren't as trackable as digital ads. And with every single, even your grandma having a phone these days and being on Facebook, at least somehow, some way, somebody is looking at a screen on the daily. So if you can show up in these places where people are going to be looking for services on their screen, or could use services that you offer that they don't know they need yet, you're in a much better position. However, coming back to the hands-on trade thing, you most likely, if you're a tradesperson, do not like being in front of a computer, and rightfully so. You don't like it. You like to work with your hands, and that's cool. Play to your strengths. And as a business owner, what I've learned, and what you're probably learning or have learned yourself or just know, is to delegate out things that you're not good at, don't like doing, or just aren't great at. And marketing usually is number one, because you're a plumber if you're running a plumbing business for the most part. So you know plumbing, you don't necessarily know marketing, coupled with the digital side of things, being on a computer, navigating these Google business profiles and doing these ads and blah, 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 blah. It's just a very confusing, time consuming if you don't know what you're doing. For example, if I were trying to install a water heater, it would probably take me days, whereas, a plumber could do it in a couple hours. In the same sense, I could do it in a much little less time than somebody like a plumber could, because I'm in the space. So the biggest mistake I see is plumbers trying to do it themselves, and they do the initial setup, which means they care and they want more leads and they want that visibility and they want to market their business, but usually it's set it and forget it. And usually when they set it, it's not too great. It's, just a whatever website with a maybe half okay Google business, and it's just not professional. And that's the name of the game, is being professional and being better than your competition. So investing in that, delegating it out, is one of the biggest benefits to some trades businesses that I've worked with. One of the biggest benefits they've done in terms of revenue. And two, like whatever time saver, stress reliever you want to call it. I mean, a combination of those two things, that they don't really have to worry about that, and they can just contact me or somebody who does a similar deal and just ask what's up, and we can give it to them in language that they understand, and they can ask questions and whatnot. So that's the biggest mistake I've seen. So that would be number one, doing things computer related when you're not computer savvy or care to be on a computer, and two, trying to market when you don't really know how to market. And that's nothing wrong with that. Just as I don't know how to install a roof on a house, same ways. So take with that what you will and use that to your advantage.